So in the previous class we had discussed about the tissues, plant tissue and the meristematic tissue. So today in this class we will discuss about the another plant tissue, that is permanent tissue. So when the cells are formed by the meristematic tissue, they take up a specific role and lose the ability to divide. So we know that meristematic cell, they divide frequently and give rise to new cells. So as they grow up, they take up a specific role and lose the ability to divide. As a result, they form a permanent tissue, and this process of taking up a permanent shape or size and a function, that is called differentiation. So cells of meristematic tissue differentiate to form different types of permanent tissue. So first of all, the cells, meristematic cells, divide and give rise to the new cells. Then these cells, they take up specific role and lose the ability to divide. So after losing the ability to divide, they are taking up a permanent shape, size and a function, and this process is called differentiation. And when they are forming up or they form a permanent tissue, they form different types of permanent tissue. Like cells of meristematic tissue differentiate to form different types of permanent tissue. So the process of taking up a permanent shape, size or a function, that process is called differentiation. So the cells of meristematic tissue differentiate to form different types of permanent tissue. So now again the permanent tissue is also classified as two types, simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. So here permanent tissue is also of two types, that is simple permanent tissue and complex. So first of all we will see the simple permanent tissue. So in simple permanent tissue, a few layers of cell form the basic packing tissue. That tissue is called parenchyma. So a type of permanent tissue, that is called parenchyma, is formed by few layers of cell. So the few layers of cell, they form basic packing tissue, that is called parenchyma. So it consists of relatively unspecialized cells within the thin cell wall. So they are live cells. They are usually loosely packed so that the large spaces between the cells are found in this tissue. So here this tissue provides support to the plants and also stores food. So its function, the parenchyma, its function is to provide support to the plants and to store the food. So the parenchyma tissue, this tissue provides support to the plants and also stores food. In some situations it contains chlorophyll. It contains chlorophyll to perform photosynthesis, and the time when it contains chlorophyll, that time it is known as chlorenchyma, that is known as chlorenchyma. So few layers of cell that form basic packing of tissue, that is called parenchyma, that provides support to the plants and store food. So in some situations it contains chlorophyll to perform photosynthesis, then it is called chlorenchyma. And in aquatic plants, large air cavities are present in parenchyma to give buoyancy to the plants to help them to float. So such a parenchyma type is called arenchyma, means they are having air cavities, large air cavities are present. So when large air cavities are present in case of aquatic plants in parenchyma, it is known as arenchyma. When large air cavities are present in parenchyma in case of aquatic plants, it is called arenchyma. And the parenchyma of the stems and roots also store nutrients and water. The flexibility in plants is due to another permanent tissue, that is called collenchyma. That is called collenchyma. It allows the easy bending in various parts of a plant. We can see that leaf, stem, this can bend easily without breaking. So it also provides mechanical support to the plants. Collenchyma, another permanent tissue, it is responsible for the flexibility in plants, and it also allows the easy bending of various parts of the plant and also provides the mechanical support to the plants. So we can find this type of tissue in leaf stalks below the epidermis. Epidermis means outer layer of the skin. Epidermis means, that means the outer layer of the skin we can find in the leaf stalks. The cells of this tissue are living, elongated and irregularly thickened at the corners. So there is very little intercellular space. So first of all, when few layers of cell they form basic packing, that is called parenchyma. So it provides support to the plants and store food. When in case of sometimes it contains chlorophyll. it contains chlorophyll to do photosynthesis, that time it is called chlorenchyma. And in case of aquatic plants, when it contains large air cavities, it is called arrenchyma. And when it provides flexibility to the plants or mechanical support to the plants, that time it is called collenchyma. So these tissues we can find in the leaf stalks below the epidermis, and the cells of these tissues are elongated, irregularly thickened, and are living at the corners, and there is very little intercellular space. There is also another type of permanent tissue that is known as sclerenchyma. So it is collenchyma, it is sclerenchyma. It makes the plants hard and stiff. So we can see, we have seen the husk of coconut, it is made up of sclerenchymatous tissue. The cells of this tissue are dead. So these cells are dead tissues, means the cells of this tissue, these are dead cells. The cells of this tissue are dead and they are long and narrow, as the walls are thickened due to lignin. Lignin means a chemical substance which acts as cement and hardens them. So these tissues are containing the dead cells and makes the plant hard and stiff, and it is found in stems, around the vascular bundles, in the veins of leaves, and in the hard covering of seeds and nuts. It provides strength to the plant parts. So we have seen the outermost layer of the cell, that is called epidermis. The outer layer of the cell is called epidermis. The epidermis is usually made up of single layer of cells. In some plants, those who are living in very dry habitat, the epidermis may be thicker. So for the plants in dry habitats, the epidermis is thicker, since the protection against the water loss is critical. So the entire surface of the plant has this outer covering of epidermis. It protects all the parts of the plants. So epidermal cells on the aerial parts of the plants often secrete a waxy water resistant layer on their outer surface. So this waxy and water resistant layer, it helps in protection against loss of water. So since it is waxy, so that is why it aids in protection against the loss of water, mechanical injury, and invasion by parasitic fungi. So since it has a protective role to play, the cells of epidermis tissue form a continuous layer without intercellular space. So most epidermal cells are relatively flat. So so they are having outer and side walls are thicker than the inner wall. So the side walls and the outer walls, they are thicker than the inner wall. Then they are supporting the plants against the loss of water, mechanical injury, and from the parasitic like fungi. So it has a protective role to play. That is why the cells of epidermis tissue, they form a continuous layer without intercellular space, and mostly epidermal cells are relatively flat. In the epidermal cell, there are some pores also found, small pores also found, that is called stomata, which are enclosed by two kidney shaped cells called guard cells, and they are necessary for the exchanging of gases. We know that stomata, the exchange of gases takes place through the stomata. Even transpiration also takes place through the stomata. So stomata is also very necessary, which is found or observed in the epidermis of the leaf. So here you can see the single layer of the cell, or the outermost layer, that is called epidermal cell or epidermis, and it has some pores. These pores are called stomata, which is enclosed by kidney shaped cells. Two kidney shaped cells are there enclosed, that is called guard cells. And this is our epidermal cell. So you can see here the structure, how these are formed. Epidermal cells of root, their function is water absorption. Root helps to absorb water. We know that root helps to absorb water. So epidermal cells of root, they helps in absorbing water. They commonly bear long hair-like parts that greatly increase the total absorptive surface area, and these are dry habitat. In some plants like desert plants, epidermis has thick waxy coating of cutin. Cutin is also a chemical substance with waterproof quality on its outer surface. So the outer layer of a branch or of a tree means they are having different than from the outer layer of young stem. As the plants grow older, the outer protective tissue undergoes certain changes. This is because the difference is as the plants grow older, the outer protective tissue undergoes certain changes, and a strip of secondary meristem replaces the epidermis of the stem. So cells on the outside are cut off from this layer. This forms a several layer of thick cork or the bark of the tree. We have seen a thick layer on the outside of the tree, that is called thick cork or bark of the tree. So cells of cork are dead. These cells are dead cells, and they are compactly arranged without intercellular spaces. They also have a chemical called suberin in their walls that makes them impervious to gases and water. So lignin is a chemical substance which is found in sclerenchymatous tissue which act as cement to make them hard or to harden them. And cutin is also a chemical substance with waterproof quality. It is a chemical substance with waterproof quality, and it is found in the desert plants epidermis that has a thick waxy coating. And then suberin is found in the suberin is also a chemical substance found in the walls of the bark of the tree that makes them impervious to gases and water. That means not admitting the passage of gases and water. So these are the chemicals mostly found in the plant tissues and all. They are acting as to help the tissue. So this is all about the plant tissue, permanent tissue, simple permanent tissue. First of all, parenchyma that provides support to the plants and store food. When it contains chlorophyll, it is known as chlorenchyma. When it contains large air cavity, it is arenchyma. When it provides flexibility and mechanical support, it is called collenchyma. And when some plants which are hard and stiff, that is because of the sclerenchyma. And the outer layer of the cell, that is known as epidermis. So all the epidermis, like some epidermis are thick, some epidermis are act as a protective layer, so they aids in the protection against the loss of water. So epidermis of root, they also help in absorbing the water absorption. For that, they contain long hair like parts that greatly increase the total absorptive surface area. So this is all about the simple permanent tissue of plants. In the next class we will discuss about the complex permanent tissue.